If you're wondering why you didn't see a video from me earlier, it's because Nintendo's E3 conference put me to sleep. I couldn't sit there and watch it. That bed back there, I went to sleep. What a boring, empty, useless conference. Last thing I remember seeing was like Zombie, something like that. I didn't really get a good look at it because I was falling asleep. But wow, this conference I expected to sell me a Wii U, to sell everyone a Wii U. I just can't imagine this conference convincing anyone to invest in a Wii U. And I didn't have faith in the Wii U, but I had faith in Nintendo. But it seems Nintendo let me down. Social pop-ups in game, in games like Super Mario Brothers Wii U. No. No. They showed Pikmin 3. Yeah, okay, that's great. Pikmin is good stuff. And then Reggie starts talking about the social applications and the online play, which, the online for the Wii isn't very great. I mean, it works on certain games when it's up to the developer, but it needs a unified online system like the PS3 and the 360 and all the different online systems you have for the PC. And we're going to finally get that with this new Nintendo console, but at the same time, the social interaction they have on there that actually appears in-game just seems excessive. Batman Arkham City Armored version. Hooray. Scribblenauts, that seemed interesting. I'm a big fan of Scribblenauts. That was one of my favorite DS games, and I love the first and the second. But Scribblenauts is not going to sell me a Wii U. Then they showed some games that are going to be on the Wii U. Mass Effect 3, Darksiders 2, Tekken Tag Tournament 2, Train 2, Tank, whatever the heck that is. Okay. So you have to wait till next gen to get games that are out now. Way to go, Nintendo. Then they start talking about the Wii Fit U. It was pretty interesting to see her, using television to actually watch, cable or whatever, while he was able to still play the Wii Fit game on a little screen. Yeah, I can see the applications with that. But it's still, I'm not going to need that. Most gamers are not going to need that. Only thing they're missing from that, little segment was another heart rate meter for your finger. The Wii U heart rate detector. Then they show something called Sing, where it basically is a karaoke machine in your hand. You don't even need a console for that. You can get an app like that for your phone or your iPad. Then they showed some 3DS stuff, which is probably the most interesting stuff that they showed, which is pretty sad. New Super Mario Brothers 2. I gotta get a 3DS. Paper Mario Sticker Star. I love Paper Mario, so of course I do gotta get that as well. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Not a big fan of Luigi's Mansion, but hey, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good game regardless. And then the last thing I saw before I lost consciousness was Lego City. And you can see why I just drifted off. And then before, like, I lost complete consciousness, Zombie U, which actually it's coming back to me now. That did look pretty good. When you have like all your supplies right there on the screen and gameplay takes place on the other screen and whatever, yeah, cool, I guess. Good game, but I'm not sure if I like the setup though. Resident Evil 4 did that, but I don't know. We'll just have to see. Anyway, Nintendo's conference failed in a different way than Microsoft's conference. Even though Nintendo showed games and such, it was probably the most boring conference ever in existence. It lulled me to sleep. I've at least been able to stay awake during Microsoft's most boring conferences and Sony's most boring conferences. I didn't expect that, effect from Reggie. Reggie had zero energy. There was no hype at all. There was no applause. There was no buzz in that conference. But definitely, as you guys can see, that Sony definitely brought E3 home. And I'd say Microsoft did better than Nintendo. Because I could at least stay awake for Microsoft's. And they both showed games, but Microsoft at least, showed a lot of content for their system, while Nintendo couldn't even convince me to even purchase their next system, which is the whole point of their conference, is to get people interested in the next console. But anyway, guys, this is Black Blizzard Critic, and that's all I got to say about Nintendo's conference. Nintendo's boring Jigglypuff song conference. Y'all have a good day, good night, wherever you are.